how are you all? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Miss Ellen and Phyllis is here. Let's see, I am looking over here on I'm looking down this way because my computer is here so I can see the chat a little bit better because the chat actually fills up my whole screen, but it goes so fast. I'm streaming from my phone. And so if you see me looking over here, I'm not ignoring you. I'm actually looking over here. Hey, Phyllis. Hello, hello. And yes, hey, Elle Flowers. How are you? And Glorious, let's see here. I finally purchased some avocado oil. What are some of your favorite ways to use it? I use it the same way I would use olive oil or anything like that. But if I need an oil that I don't want any flavor, then that would be my go-to. Hey, Sifting Some Soul. Hey, Mona, how you doing? Hey, GT and Angie, how are you? How are you? Hey, Shakira, hey. I just wanted to hop on and chat with you all today. I am not in the kitchen. Hey, Faz, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Eric, my internet auntie. It's going good, Eric. Thanks for asking. Yes. Hey, Ella Joe. Good morning. Good morning. Ella Joe. Y'all know you heard that. And I'm not going to even act like I didn't say it. I said Ella Joe. I've been Ola Joe. I'm not going to even act like I didn't say it because I know you heard it. Yes. Hey, Ricky and Trisha. Thank you so much. Let me see. Glorious asked a question. I don't want to answer that question. She said that her vegetable and canola oil is suddenly foaming after you fry anything in it. What's wrong with it? That could be a couple of things. First and foremost, it could be contaminated. But if it's both two different types of oil, I'm going to rule that out first and say that you're probably frying at too high of a heat for it. That's what usually happens. Um, Even though it's a frying oil, you can still fry things at too high of a heat, or it's just a poor quality of oil. Um, that's usually what it is. Or it could also be, are you reusing the oil? Because if you can reuse the oil, you can strain it and clean it and reuse it. But if you do it too many times, it can foam for that too. So those may be some of the reasons why you may see it foaming. Yes. Hey, Gregory. Yes, gotta be me. Hello, hello. My Easter was fantabulous. I did nothing. I didn't cook. I did not cook. No, I did not. No, 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 I did not. It was just me and my husband. My children typically don't. Ever since they got over the Easter part of eggs and dying and all that stuff, and they moved out on their own. I only have one son here left with me. He's a grown man, but I only have one son here. They don't do Easter like that anymore, so it's just me and my husband. So we just eat whatever we're gonna eat and call it a day. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Yes, if I missed anybody, charge it to my eyes and my head, not my heart. Yes, thanks for the tips on securing the bread wrappers without tying and the crackers too. Yes, you know what? I know it's easy just to grab a twist tie or grab a chip clip and clip your bag, but for me, sometimes I'm not around it or I can't find it. Or how many times have you had the chip clip? Mine break. I don't care how much I pay for them. I don't care where I buy them at. They will break. So because they break, I'm like, okay, I need another resolve. And for just closing regular chip bags, how many times have I been out, grabbed a snack, and I didn't really want the whole bag, but the little bag was $1 and the big bag was 99 cents too. So get the big bag and eat what you want, fold it down and keep it moving. Yes. Fellow church ladies, I love making your dishes. Awesome. Yes. Hey, Pam Stewart. How are you? How are you? Betty is here. This morning I made the cabbage patties for breakfast. I'm hooked. Aren't they delicious? I love stuff like that because you can eat it anytime. You can adjust it. You can add a little something to it, take a little something out. You can even add a little ham in there if you want to, or bacon, or whatever, or nothing. I love recipes like that. I do. Yes. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Ace333. I know Faz was here. Welcome in, Faz. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is wonderful with you as well. Let me see. Sharon, say yes. And for all of you all who just came in, if you see me looking over here, I'm not ignoring you. My computer is over here. and since I'm streaming from my phone, the chat goes up and it disappears, it goes up and it disappears, but it's steady over here so I can see just a little bit better. It's still going fast, but I can see a little bit better. So how is everybody doing? Somebody said their birthday or their sister's birthday was here, so happy birthday. Yes, and any other April birthdays we have in here, happy birthday to you guys. Awesome. Yes. Hey, Miss Roni, how are you? And Greta, how's life going? It is fantabulous. Yes, okay, we got Baltimore in the house. Awesome and amazing. Hey, Ben, how are you? It's always good to see you, Ben. How have you been? Lots of folks with broken fingers watching today. Can't seem to push the thumbs up. I know, right? Come on, y'all. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that because you know what? As a matter of fact, I have 192 people in here and 33 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. What's wrong with the thumbs? Could you please hit the thumbs up for me? I'd appreciate it. I don't ask for much. Hey, Lynette and Jacqueline is here. Thank you for talking about what works and what doesn't work with different kinds of cooking oils. Yes, yes, absolutely. You are welcome. Well, someone had asked that in the chat earlier, so I wanted to make sure I answered that question. It's nice to see you again. May everyone have a beautiful and blessed day. Awesome, Cheryl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Kelly is here from Georgia. Yes, I enjoy your shorts. Awesome. I am not in the kitchen today. I just say, you know what? I'm going to sit down for once. Not that I'm not going to get up and cook shortly. But I'm going to sit down and just chat. Hey, Sunset. Thank you so much. Yes, awesome and amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. And for all of the members, I saw some channel members in here. For all of the members that I have in here, please check my community tab for members. Later in the week, I am going to be having a members only live later in the week with you guys. So please check the community tab. I don't know if everybody gets the notifications all the time. So I wanted to say as I see you guys and when I see you in my comments, I'll be reminding you there too. Yes, awesome. Hi Pam, nice to be on a live with you. Often I think of watching a friend who looks so much. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. My Easter was good, Sharon. I relaxed for a change. Yes, happy Monday. I was yesterday years old when I found out you're down the street in Charlotte. Yay! Hey, neighbor. How are you? How are you? Yes. Awesome and amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Charleston, Tennessee is in the house. Dana, yes. And Linda, joy of cooking. Do you also do any crafts other than life hacks? Do I also do any craft? Well, I garden, and I have a garden channel. Y'all should be following me over there too, The Scaredy Cat Gardener. I garden. I hula hoop. I know that's crazy, but that's something that I absolutely love to do, and I am learning in the process of learning tricks. Yes, hula hooping. That is like one of my favorite pastimes. Ola Joe just said crochet. I am learning to crochet, and Ola Joe is my teacher for crochet. So anybody in here that wants to crochet, that's your girl. Y'all need to check out Ola Joe the Crocheting Sailor. And yes, I have crocheted a couple of hats and a bag, and they are featured, or they're not featured, but I have the videos of the crochet items that I've done so far, which has been a hat and a crossbody bag. They're over on my garden channel too. I kind of post a few other things over there. Yes, I'm here for you all. Yes, Ola Joe is a wonderful, patient teacher. Patient teacher, because I used to sew, but as far as real hobbies go, I don't really have a lot of hobbies. I am just now becoming an empty nester, and my children have always been really active. I have one son that is an artist, and he's also the one that cooks. And they went to an arts school, and so they always had these runway shows and this and that, and I was always so involved in their life and doing things with them that I didn't have time to do nothing. I have a daughter that sings and plays instruments. I have another daughter. She's traveling the world. She has a channel all about traveling, and I'm all involved in things that they're doing too. So then I got the grandbaby. So my life is pretty full. Yes. And I am always, as much as I cook and as much as it seems like I know and seems like I do, I am always learning. I still learn. I love to learn. I love to read, but I'm an informational reader. When I say I love to read, you will rarely, or anyone will rarely see me sit down and actually read a book, a novel type book, but I will do informational reading. I love informational reading. And I also like random facts. And that's part of why I know all this stuff, because a lot of it is kind of random when you think about it. It's like, if it's, I'm just that person. I'm that person that's like, why would you even need to know that? Or what does it have to do with anything? I'm like, I don't know. I just love random facts, things that have nothing to do with anything else. So yes, thank you, Life Well Delicious. I love your gardening channel. I am also in the process of writing the book that everybody's asking me for, with the recipes and the hacks and stuff like that. I'm in the process of writing the book. I'm also in the process of putting my spices together for my spice line. So those things have me busy, and you can call them a hobby if you want, because I'm doing them all the time. They might as well be a hobby. Yes, awesome. Hey Pam, as a college student, I truly appreciate your videos. Do you have any cleaning tips for plastic utensils and containers? Sometimes it's hard to get rid of the odor. Well, as far as plastic is concerned, you probably want to soak it with some baking soda or something like that right after you use it. You want to just soak it with some baking soda, or you can also put coffee grounds in it for a minute. The coffee grounds, if you do put them in, I would put them in a filter first and then put them in there, just dry, and let them soak up some of the odor. And believe it or not, tea bags will soak up odor as well. Yes, Pam, your children and grandchildren are truly blessed to have you. For their mother, grandmother, you were saying, oh, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. Thank you. I found your gardening channel. Yay, yay. I'm glad, I'm glad. And the gardening channel, it will be having more and more as the season. I'll be glad when this weather stabilizes, y'all. It's getting on my nerves. I got all these plants and starts sitting right over there inside my house. I'm ready for them to get out because I want my space back. Yes, 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 yes. So that is something I will be putting out more and more over there. Thank you, Rebecca, for subscribing to my garden channel. I appreciate that. Hey, Frederick, gardening channel, make my day. Yes, it's called the Scaredy Cat Gardener. And why is it the Scaredy Cat Gardener? Everybody always asks me that. My name of my channel is the Scaredy Cat Gardener. YouTube, the Scaredy Cat Gardener. Yes, Kelly, the Scaredy Cat, no, Scaredy. Scared isn't scared. Scaredy. Scaredy. Scaredy Cat. Let me put it in the chat. Let me put it in the chat. Give me a second. Let's see. If I can type. Let me see if that's right. Okay, I just put it in the chat. Let me know if it works. It should. That's my second channel. Yes, yes, yes. Found it, Pam, the Scaredy. Yes, the Scaredy Cat Gardener. The reason it's called the Scaredy Cat Gardener is because as much as I love gardening and I love outdoors, oh my goodness, I've been trying to go out there and grill for a minute, but every time I want to, it's either raining or even like today, it's bright and sunny, but it's freezing, and I just haven't felt in the mood to be out there freezing. I'm literally scared of everything out there. It's no shame in the game. The other day I was out there and I dropped my gloves. My gloves now. I dropped my gloves They brushed against my ankle and I took off. Okay? Because I thought it was something that brushed across my ankle. I'm like, whoa, wait, I gotta get out of here. When I see bugs and things on my plants, it takes me forever to get them. Literally. Like an hour, I'll be out there like, gosh. So I really try to keep down pests. I'm the pest person. I try to keep down pests. I plant lots of garlic and onion in around anything I can. That helps. My neem oil, I'm out there bright and early, late in the evening spraying my plants with my neem oil. I don't want to see nothing. I do not want to see anything. I am getting better. I'm getting better. I have gotten to the point that now, let's see, I'll say 9 times out of 10, when I do see a pest or something creeping and crawling around my plants, I no longer scream. I just gently back away, go find me a long stick, and start trying to beat it off the plant. It's hilarious. I have to admit myself, but even flowers. There are certain flowers scare me to death. And my son is like, what do you think it's gonna do to you? Get me? Hey, Johnny Mac, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. So good to see you. I hope you've been blessed while you've been away. Yes. I hear you, neem oil. I have a small yard in a mobile home park. We have flower beds too. Yes. Yes. And so if it moves, and don't let the wind blow too hard while I'm out there, and unexpectedly, like it's not a windy day, and all of a sudden this wind blows and a branch comes. Ooh, child, if I had the camera running for everything I happened out there, y'all just be cracking up. Cracking up. Grew up helping Dad in the landscape gardening business, California. In the 60s and 70s, many customers had vegetables and fruit gardens, as did Grandpa. Yes, and I love growing my stuff. I cannot wait to get my herbs going again. I'm growing lots and lots of peppers this year. Hot peppers mostly, because I want to make my own hot sauce. I'm growing lots and lots of peppers. Plus I have a daughter that loves peppers, so I like sharing with her. And tomatoes, I'm only going to grow large cherry tomatoes this year. I love cherry tomatoes for salads, for snacking, for roasting. I just love the cherry tomatoes. I'm not really growing the big slicers. We don't eat them that fast and that much because I don't eat a lot of sandwiches, so I don't have a need for the sliced tomatoes that much. So I'm gonna grow cherry tomatoes. I got about 4 or 5, and they grow a lot. Oh my God, last year, every single day, I could go out there and give me a small bowl full of just cherry tomatoes, and that wasn't even everything that was out there. But I was able to do that on a consistent basis throughout the whole summer. The one thing that I have not been able to grow, that I have been trying, that I'm going to continue to try, is moringa. I have been trying my best to get it to grow, and I don't know if I'm just in the wrong climate or what. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Welcome. Since the first time you're live, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, I love fresh herbs. That's one of my main. I plant in so many herbs out there. It's just like, because the thing about the herbs is, you can dehydrate them and you'll have them for like ever. And so you can never have too many. And I like different herbs. I like to put them in my teas and things like that. Johnny Mac says, if you grow the large tomatoes, I'll come and get them. All right, I hear you. Yes. Forgot to mention, I'm listening from Ireland. Oh, welcome in. One of my mods, Faz. I don't know if he's still here. Ace Faz. He's from Ireland. Yes, amazing. Yes. Frank says, that's something I'm interested in, growing my own herbs. Herbs are some of the easiest things to grow. I just did a video over there the other day, how the rain beat up my oregano. But I've had that oregano plant for about 4 years. It dropped down, the temperatures dropped down. My last frost date was supposed to be April 5th, but we got frost the other day, and it dropped down way down into the 30s. Hey, ENSM, how are you? Welcome in, my friend. And so it dropped down and it was raining so hard it beat it up. But I've had that plant for 4 years and it's a bright sunny day. As soon as it warms up a little bit, that plant's gonna be right back. It's going to be right back. My herbs, your herbs are so easy to grow. I like direct sowing, so I'm gonna be direct sowing all of my herbs. That's something I can't wait to do. Yes, yes, yes. How long do you think herbs will last in a bottle? Do you mean just cut and put in a bottle with some water? You will probably want to put a thin plastic bag over them and put them in the refrigerator, probably about a week. But you can dehydrate them. Even if you don't have a dehydrator, use your oven. Lay them out on a tray, on a single tray. Don't worry about taking them off the stems or anything. Wash them real good. Pat them dry as well as you can. Get them good and dry as well as you can. Put them on a baking sheet. Put them in your oven. Whatever your lowest setting is. If it's 195, if it's 200, leave them in there. It may take some hours, but leave them in there. Moringa grows here in Jamaica wild. My God. You know what? I'm going to probably have to find a cutting or a small plant and grow it from there. I have been trying to grow the moringa from seed, and it germinates and dies. It does. I even started in my peat moss, but matter of fact, let me show you this moringa. Hold on for a second. It just dies. This is the little moringa. It germinated fine, and then it just died. It just died. It keeps doing that year after year. So I may have to start from a cutting. It may just be too hard because we're not tropical. I have a good warm long time, but I may have to start from a cutting or a small plant. So I might have to, but I haven't seen any. I've seen seeds, but I haven't seen any small plants, but I'm gonna be looking for it. What do you think about a Venus fly? No, those are scary. Those are scary. Anything that opens and closes, those are scary. Yes. Didn't have to watch my granddaughter today, so wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Berry muffin this spring tried to plant fruits and now they are ripe. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So typically I plant this coming up weekend around the 15th is when I normally go out and start planting in direct sowing and transferring my seedlings. But I'm gonna probably wait until the end this year. Hey, Yarn Barf, welcome in. Thank you so much. Direct sowing is sowing the seed direct. Yes, direct sowing is sowing the seed directly in the ground. Yes, cannot plant here, snow, wind. Oh, wow. See? And it still keeps getting cold. We haven't had any steady night temperatures. I'm waiting for the night temperatures to stay consistently in the 50s. So I hope by the end of the month, they are consistently staying at least upper 40s and 50s. Yes, that's what I would like. I'm in North Carolina. Catherine, yes. Hi Pam, I missed you today. I did have a wonderful Easter. Thank you for asking. Yes, 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 yes. My first live, love you. Oh, welcome. 2 dogs. Let me see. 2 dogs and a van adventure. Welcome. So glad you made a live. Absolutely, I am glad. Yes, thank you, Dr. It's so dang pretty. It is pretty. It is wonderful. And this is one of the first years in maybe about 10 or 15 years that it's been this cold in the spring. Normally by now, we're in the 70s. This is rare. Normally we're in the 70s by now. We are, and it's like cold for us. And it's really not cold for a lot of places. It's not cold at all, but for us, it is. Yarn Barf says, I'm in North Carolina. The weather has been crazy. It has, Yarn Barf. 3 days ago, I had to run the AC. We did the same thing. I was so hot, thought I was going to pass out. It was so hot in here. And I'm like, okay, we need to kick the air on. I don't care what the bill is going to be. I don't want to pass out. I need some air. you know? Yes, got to tell you, Pam, on your birthday, I had the 2-ingredient cake in the freezer, had some peppermint whipped cream. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That sounds delicious. Yes, love your show. Looking to see you on some TV. That would be a blessing, Carolyn. That would be amazing. I would be so surprised that I wouldn't know how to act. Yes, Jonathan says, I love your content so much. Thank you so much. I always enjoy listening to you from South Oregon Coast. Yes, you're so talented. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Try spoon tomatoes, perfect for salads. Okay, I may try that, but I always put my cherry tomatoes in the salads. I just love, the thing about cherry tomatoes, and this is just a thing I have. It's like a kid in a candy store. For me, when it comes to cherry tomatoes, I love to put cherry tomatoes in my mouth whole and let them pop. That burst, oh my God, that is amazing. I love it. It's getting way warmer than it should be here really fast. Wow. I do too, yarn barf, and that's what I grow the most of. So this year, I just decided I'm going to grow them in abundance because I can eat them in abundance. Yes, cherry tomato. Yes, I'm in Georgia and freezing. What's up with this? I have no clue, but it needs to stabilize. I got to plant my stuff. I'm ready. I've got watermelon seedlings down there. Last year, I tried to grow Charleston gray watermelon in a container. I grow everything in containers. I don't have anything in the ground, everything in containers. And it was sweet, but it didn't grow. Charleston Grays are supposed to be big, huge watermelons. It didn't grow that large. And I think it was because, number one, I direct sowed, but I didn't direct sow until July. So I started seedlings now, and I'm not going to put them outside until my ground is for sure warm. I want my ground to be probably in the 60s at night before I take my watermelon seedlings out there and put them. But I'm going to direct sow some as well. Everything that I am growing, with the exception of probably my tomatoes, I'm going to direct sow, and I may direct sow at least one tomato plant. That's just me making sure I have what I need. Hey, Wanda. Hello. How are you? Good that you came. Hey, Damo and Nene. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Tell Nene I said, hey, Damo. Yes, I have a dogwood tree to plant, delivered over the weekend, just over the river. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. On containers, do you use gravel on the bottom, then some sand? No, I don't. What I have in my containers, I have two different kinds. I have these big red pots that are about 13.5 gallons. Then I have these large brown containers that are like, about 33 to 35 gallons. So the ones that are the red containers, those just sit directly on the ground. They're not on legs or anything like that. Oh, thank you so much, Catherine, for that super chat. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So the red ones, in order to stabilize them because hurricane season comes along and we get the aftermath of that. Not close enough to the coast for it to affect us for the actual hurricanes, but we get all that wind. So the pots won't turn over. I've got concrete blocks in the bottom of each of my pots. That's to make sure they're not going anywhere. It takes two people to pick one pot up. They're heavy. I can move each pot. I can't physically lift it up, but I can move it around. So I can move it to a different area if I need more sun or if I need more shade. So I put that block in the bottom of the pot to make sure that it doesn't overturn or anything like that with the wind. Now the big, large brown ones that I have, those are heavy enough once they get all that soil in there, but I just have pure soil in there. I don't have anything else, just pure potting soil. And I know a lot of people fill it up with other things so that they won't have that much soil, but I look at it as I don't replace my soil. So once I fill them up, each year I take bags of soil and top them off. and fill them back up, because you know the soil will I can't think of the word. What's the word? It'll go away. I want to say dissolve. My mind is in the kitchen always. I want to say dissolve. That is not it. But at any rate, you know, the soil will go away. It'll melt away. What does it do? I can't think of it. I cannot think of the word, but whatever the soil does, it'll go away. So I need to top it off. So I just add more to it. I still can't think of the word. All I want to say is dissolve, and that is erode. Yes, erode. I can't think of the word that I wanted to say. That's hilarious. Yes, it's a mess garden. Yes, hey, Atlantic gardener. All right, you're Atlantic gardener. Okay. Yes, yes. Erode. I know, right? I want to say it's going to dissolve, evaporate. Yes, break down. Any of those words. So over time, you have less and less soil. You know, you will really lose some, though, through the holes that are in the bottom of your trays or whatever. I have a kiddo brain, so I would have see it disappear. Yeah, disappear. Yes, absolutely. So I like to top it off each year. So I have never replaced it. I do go in before I top it off. I go in and I go as far down as I can with my trowel, and I turn it over. I turn it over. I turn it over. And once I finish turning it over, I compost in place. So then I add my compost down in there. I did that in all my pots about a month or more ago. I put the compost down in there. I haven't topped them all off. I've topped some of them off because I was planting something and I had a bag out there, so I filled up as many. Dissipate. Yes, Ola Joe, dissipate. All those words. Disintegrate. Yes, disintegrate. Absolutely. Biblical soil needs to rest. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Can't stay. Just popped in to send a smile. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in. It erodes away. Yes, compost in place makes much sense. Yes, I keep all of my scraps, eggshells, coffee grounds, vegetable scraps, raw vegetable scraps. I typically don't I typically don't keep anything that's been cooked, but all my raw vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells, they all go into a big plastic bag. Then the plastic bag goes into the freezer until I get ready to go out there and use it. Thank you, Jordan, for that super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you. So that's where I keep it at. I keep it in a plastic bag, Ziploc plastic bag. Yes, they sure will. I don't have enough. We drink coffee around here almost every day. So that's enough coffee grounds for my pots. I don't have any animals. No, no animals whatsoever. One reason is because I am scared of most. When my oldest daughter was in preschool, she volunteered to keep the classroom gerbil over the Christmas holidays. And when I went to pick her up, lo and behold, they had the gerbil packed up and ready to go. I had no clue. I was like, who gonna feed this? Who gonna clean the cage? What are we gonna do with this? Child, we had the hardest time. The first time, we had to get that gerbil out of there and clean the cage. Jesus, take the wheel. We were some screaming people in here. She's scared of the thing. I'm scared of the thing. My husband said, I ain't got nothing to do with it. My oldest son is the one that eventually got the gerbil out of there. And he was only a couple of years older than her, so it isn't like he was that old. Both of them was in preschool at the time because he wasn't even 5. She too volunteering to bring this thing home. Child, that was an experience. I am too scaredy cat gardener. That go for animals too. I'm sorry, I'm just a scaredy cat for real, for real. Yes. one ought to be allowed to have this much fun. We went fishing the other day and had leftover worms, so I put each one of my pots. That's good. Now that's good. Now I have some pots out there right now that are, they're just small little pots. It was, last year was my propagation station, okay? Anything I tried to propagate went in one of those pots. I got like 10 of them, they're all lined up in a row. But I picked one up the other day to move it. And lo and behold, when I picked it up, it was a worm coming out of it. So what I said I was going to do one day, I'm going to be brave. And I'm going to pick each one of those pots up. And I'm going to sit the pot, the whole pot, on top of my other pots, my red pots, my brown pots, in hopes that the worms will crawl out of the small pots and get into the big pots. And I don't have to touch nothing. So, I don't know if that's going to work or not. But guess what? I'm going to do a video. When I get ready to do it, I'm doing a video. Hey, TLC in the garden. How are you? Welcome in. So good to see you. Yes, it's a mess garden. Hey, I didn't see you. How are you? Be brave, Chef. I'm trying, Wanda. I'm trying. I really need those worms. I know I need to have those worms. But the only way they're going to get in my real pots is I'm going to sit those pots out there. And I'm going to do this like, well, stop raining finally. The first decent day I have that's a little bit warmer than today, go out there because it's going to take me a while. So I need it to be a little bit warm. I need to be a little bit warm so I can spend the time I need to spend. It's going to take me that much time to get the pot from there to see the worm and put it in another pot. Yes, I'm terrified of bugs and snakes and frogs. Me too. Yes, just thought about animals with scraps and such, LOL. Yes, no, I don't have any. And I typically bury them halfway down in my containers. And then I do use something that's called Repel All for squirrels, raccoons, birds, anything like that around my garden. It actually really does work. I get it at Walmart. It works. Let me tell you, it doesn't hurt them. They don't like the smell, so they don't come near it. So what I do is my garden is pretty much in a rectangle, and I just go around the whole perimeter of the outside of my garden, not on my plants, not in my plants, and just sprinkle it on the ground, all around the perimeter. And you should see them. They'll be in the yard looking at me, like squirrels in the yard looking at me like, why you stop us from coming to get your berries? But they won't come over there. The birds won't come down and get anything. They won't come in. Hey, cooking and chilling. How you doing, Kenny? Welcome in, welcome in. I am doing well. First time I saw a hornworm scared me so bad, I was like, okay, that's your child. The first time I saw a hornworm, I was determined to get it. It literally took me about 2 hours to get the thing off. I ended up just cutting that part of the plant off. Then I thought I was good. Okay, I got it. I managed to cut that part of the plant off. Then I got some long shears and I picked that piece of stick up and I was able to throw it out. The next morning I went back outside. I had 13 horn worms. Child, I got them though. It took me forever, but I got them. I was outside that entire day. No lunch, no break. I was outside all day trying to get the hornworms. After that, I sprayed that plant down, that tomato plant down so heavily with neem oil, they weren't about to come back. And since then, I have not been bothered by a hornworm. But I also plant basil in the same container that I plant my tomatoes in. I have 4 basil plants down there because my tomato plants are going to go all in one of my larger brown containers, one of them by itself. That's going to be all tomatoes. And my oregano, not oregano, my basil will be in there too, as well as some onions and some garlic and some cayenne pepper. Anything else I can make sure the hornworms don't come. Yes, I missed you. What do you sprinkle? It's called Repel All. Repel All. I get it at Walmart and it really does work. It keeps rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, birds. It keeps it away from your garden. Now, if it rains, you will have to spray again. It's not spray again, sprinkle again. And it comes in a container about this big. If I had to guess, I'd say it looks like maybe a gallon size container. I would compare it to the size of a gallon of milk. It's not as wide, it's shaped differently. Just sprinkle. You don't need to sprinkle a lot. I don't even go by the directions on the box. I just go out there and just lightly, because if it rains, I got to do it again. So I learned not to put it out heavily because the stuff costs about $17 for one container. So I don't put it out heavily because I need it all year long. So I'm constantly buying it. So I just go out there and sprinkle it like I would sprinkle salt and pepper or all around, but it works. If it rains, I go right back out there as soon as it stops raining and I see, okay, we're done with the rain. I go right back out there and sprinkle again. I do that all season long. If I'm home, that's what I do. Yes, Nashville, thank you, Tracy. I grab hornworms with my shears, not afraid of them, but don't plan to touch them. Woo, you come get mine then. Yes, deer. I just did a video on deer. I don't have a problem with deer anymore, but on the container is a picture of deer, so it may. But for deer, there are several flowering plants that you can plant around and intermixed with your garden that deer cannot stand. I just did that video on my gardening channel about the different flowering plants, just flowers that you can plant that the deer will stay away from. They don't want no parts of it. They don't want to smell it. They don't want any parts of it, so they won't come near. And I like that kind of stuff because it doesn't bother or hurt the animals, but it keeps them away from my food. Yes. Yes. Ian says, keep watching. My mama didn't want me in the kitchen, and so I've learned. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Everybody should be in the kitchen if they want to be. Yes, because one day you'll have to cook for yourself, period. One day, eventually. Even if you don't like to, that's the one thing I say about cooking. Whether you like to cook or not, whether you want to cook or not, chances are there's going to come a time in your life that you're going to need to cook. You're going to either, and if you don't need to, you're just going to want to, because you can only eat out so much. And after a certain point in time, it's like, I want a home cooked meal. No matter how good the food is out, no matter how wonderful the restaurants are, even soul food restaurants and the corner restaurant that's a family, at some time you just want to have something that you cooked, that was cooked in your house, that you cooked, and you sat down and you just ate. It's just a simple meal. So I feel like at some point in time, everybody's going to need to cook something. Yes, restaurant food, not since 2019. Exactly. Amen, Pam. I didn't really learn to cook until I was on. Yep. And that's where you need to cook. Yes. And I eat out. I don't eat out often. 2-3 times a year, maybe. If my kids come along and they say, we're taking you out, like Mother's Day, we're taking you out, I'll go. I'm going. I'm going to eat. And I don't think anything's wrong with eating out at all. I think like anything else, most people are taught or told or learn at some point in their life that you cannot go to everyone's home and eat everything that you see. So you learn what you can eat and what you can't eat, what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat at people's homes. And I think you should do the same thing at restaurants as well. If you're unsure, I always say get something that's solid, nothing that's been mixed together like potato salad, because you don't know when it was prepared and you don't know everything that's in it because you can't really see what's in it. But if you get a steak is a steak. If you get a piece of chicken, chicken is chicken. If you get a piece of solid fish, It's a piece of solid fish. Sure, they could have put something on it that's a seasoning or something, but it's a little different than something actually being mixed in with it. Get a vegetable that's not all creamed up with something that's green beans. You see the green beans that's on there. Get a potato or something that's not mashed potatoes or something. And mashed potatoes aren't bad because you can pretty much see anything that's in a mashed potato because, well, it's just white, but be careful of the gravy. So I tend to eat like that when I go out. I want to know exactly what I've got. I want to be able to see it and distinguish it. That's just me. Oh my goodness. Yes, my daughter started teaching herself to cook when she was 10 from watching TikTok and YouTube. Yes, there's a lot of good cooking channels out here. There, if you want to learn, you can learn. Yes. I was so surprised when Walmart noticed me. I was really surprised, Judy. Um, that was amazing. That was amazing. I'm sorry, Love to Cook said that. Yes. Pam, I'm on a fixed income. I can't afford to eat out, so I have to cook. Yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Cooking for yourself can be fun. It can be good. It can be healthy. You know what you're eating. You can control what you're eating. You can control your sodium. You can control your sugar. You can control the heat. You can control whatever you want to control when you cook for yourself. That's why on most of my recipes, I'll say, you know what? If I'm using something that you don't like, you can't eat, switch it out. 9 times out of 10, I try to, at least on my channel, I try to prepare most dishes that things can be substituted. If I'm using cheddar cheese and you don't like cheddar cheese, or you want the original white cheddar and I'm using yellow cheddar, switch it out. Or maybe you want mozzarella and I'm using cheddar, switch it out. I use cottage cheese all the time in any recipe that calls for ricotta. I just personally don't like the taste of ricotta. I don't have anything against it. I just don't like the taste of it. So I switch it out. So most things I'm trying to give you an idea to say, okay, this is the noodle, this is the meat, but if you want to put this seasoning in it or that seasoning in it, you can do that, and this is how you want to put it together. Just switch it out and put it in at the same time, or do it like this, or mix it like that, or you need this amount of this or this amount of that, and you can make it your own. So that's really good. What are my thoughts on Kraft singles? I like American cheese. I like just about, I won't say everything, but I believe anything can be in moderation. I don't have anything against Kraft singles except for the price. So chances are, if I got some singles, it's going to be a store-bought single. I'm just saying. I'm not paying all that money for stuff if I can get the same thing. Now, there are some things that I like, and it's a brand, and I typically only buy a off-brand or a store brand if they are completely out. One of those things is Hellmann's Mayo. I don't care for Dukes. I've had Dukes. I don't see why everybody like Dukes. Sorry, Dukes. But I'm a Hellmann's girl. It could just simply be because I grew up on Hellmann's. That's what my mom used. Hellmann's. That's what we had. We didn't use Miracle Whip because nobody in my family had a sweet tooth. I can't stand Miracle Whip. Besides that, Miracle Whip isn't real. It's got all these ingredients in it. Yes, you can get American cheese from the deli. Yep, you sure can get American cheese from the deli. Yep, you sure can. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, ENSM. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Yes, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, that's right. So glad. Yes, thank you. Yes, I've been cooking and baking since I was 9 years old. I just turned 52 March 19th. Oh, happy belated birthday. Oh, let me go back up so I can see what that said. Happy belated birthday. Let me see. Uh, March March 19th. Watching you, I've learned like awesome. That's wonderful. Yes. Hey, Sean, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yes, Sean, I was telling other people that Sean is a member of mine. I was saying, Sean, earlier to the members that were in the live, check my community tab later in the week. I'm getting ready to have a members only live, and I'm going to let you all know like a few days before I have that, so you can check the community tab to see when that will be. Yes, 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 yes. Christian says, Miss Pam, I love Dukes. I don't. I like helmets. I love helmets. I love, love, love helmets. Yes, did I finally make the live chat? You did, Deborah. You finally made the live chat. Yes, you did. Hey, AC Rock, Miracle Whip is more Canadian. Okay, it might be. It might be. Now, my husband loves Miracle Whip. I don't know parts of it. When I fix a sandwich, he gets the Miracle Whip, I get the mayo. Even in tuna, I don't want sweet pickle relish in my tuna. I don't like sweet pickle relish. I like dill pickle relish, but see, I don't necessarily have a sweet tooth. Your cake turned out beautifully. Thank you, Sean. It did, it did, it did. That was my first time using the mixer, and that was, of course, the first time me using the little heart-shaped cast iron, and it did wonderful. But you know what? I could have put all that cake batter in that little cast iron. I'm calling it little, but that thing held a whole pound cake. It's not as little. It holds a lot. I mean, it looks little. It is little compared to my regular Dutch oven, my round regular cast iron Dutch oven. I could probably, if it wasn't for the shape, I could probably sit it inside of it. But for whatever reason, it held a lot. And I'm glad I know that, because I'll be cooking soups and stews in it and stuff like that. I just like the shape. I'm going to try to bake some bread in it. That's what I want to do. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Nico, how are you? Yeah, that's right. I never heard of Dukes until I moved to Alabama. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Yes, absolutely. And Marcia says, good afternoon. I like Wickles relish. I have never heard of Wickles. We don't have Wickles here to my knowledge. I've never heard of Wickles. But I do like dill relish. I love dill. Oh my God, dill pickles. I don't like sweet pickles. I don't. Now, when I say I don't have a sweet tooth, I like cakes and pies and things like that. But when I have cake and pies, I really, personally, I would like to have the most richest, gooeyest, thickest piece of cake I can get my hands on. But then I want a small slice of it. And when I have that small slice, I'm done for like 30 days. So that's why I say I don't have a sweet tooth, because I don't want it any more of it. I love the richness and the thickness and all that, but I'm done after that one little slice. Yes, hello, I've been watching your channel a few weeks and I love it. Awesome. I'm always looking for little kitchen tricks to teach my kids as they learn to cook. Also, your voice is beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I made the powdered sugar from your video. Again, I appreciate your channel. Oh, great, Leah. That's wonderful. With you on the relish, can't stand mayo. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't. But I like mustard. I like mustard a lot too, as well as I like that. With you on the dill pickles, yes, I will prefer that. And I do not like bread and butter pickles. Those are worse than sweet pickles. I don't like bread and butter pickles at all. No, nah, no, not happening. The Getney Zingers, hot and spicy. Okay. Yes, did the Duke in Georgia, summer 1999, and hated it, says Frederick. I know. Yes, I am not a fan of Dukes either. Let me go down here. Let me see. I love watching you because you are very knowledgeable in the kitchen as well as the garden. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys. Yes, 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 yes. I love the dill sandwich pickles. I like any dill pickle. The spears, the whole pickles, the slices, the sandwich ones. It doesn't matter. I just like them. I could just get a handful and just eat them. I love dill pickles. And I pretty much eat them on quite a bit of food. I really do. Yeah, pickles are good. They are, Christian. They are. I love them, love them, love them. Yes. So I just wanted to stop in and say hey to you guys for a change. I'm not in the kitchen. I can really talk and answer questions and stuff like that. I'm going to do this more often too. I'll be in the kitchen cooking with y'all, but I'm going to do this more often too. A matter of fact, today is the day I said, could you drink it? The pickle juice? Absolutely. I like pickle juice. Yes, do you? I do. I have a couple of videos already up. One of them is a previous live where I made deviled eggs. I think that day I made several deviled eggs, several different types. Then I have another video on deviled eggs. I sure do. Yes. I don't like kosher deals that much either. Just regular dill pickles. But kosher deals if I have to, but just regular. Yes, Joseph Sandwich talking about Miracle Whips. Oh, okay. Tuna is so good with dried dill. Yes, I like dried dill in my tuna as well. Laura says, please do this again. I will. This was fun. I like this. My mama used to make dill pickles with pepper in them. Yes, because when I'm cooking live, I can't really answer any questions because I don't see the questions because I'm paying attention to what I'm halfway paying attention. That's why I'm always messing up. Halfway paying attention to what I'm doing. So I like this too because I like to just chat. I like to just chat with you guys. Worms look too much like they do. Did I hear you drink for a hangover? Fella in VA gave me a jar and told me to drink the juice of pickles. I don't know. I couldn't attest to that, but you know what? Hey, if you got a hangover, you got some pickle juice, why not try it? I don't know if I can't tell you that one. I can't tell you that one at all. I eat dill pickles with salt. Yes, awesome and amazing. You're an amazing sweetheart. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. How to make a crusty top on a pound cake. Please, love your channel. The crusty top automatically comes. It should come. You should get that crusty top by the time the inside is done. Don't cook it too fast or you'll get that crusty outside and the cake will be raw inside. I actually cooked the cake I cooked the other day on 300 degrees, but if I was cooking it in a regular pan, I would, depending on the pan, that's gonna depend on your temperature, what type of pan. But if I was cooking it in my regular butt pan, I probably would have baked it on 325. That gives it a chance to rise and cook inside. And you want that brown, just like if you were cooking a whole chicken or baking a chicken or baking a turkey or something where you want to cook the bird first and then brown the outside. You don't want the outside to brown, then you got to cook the inside. At least I don't. There are plenty of people that do it that way. But what you want to do is make sure your temperature is low enough to give that cake time to cook and rise. Then if you even need to turn it up to it to brown quickly, because that browning is what's going to form that crust for you. I love your content. What do you suggest for folks with high blood pressure? How can they enjoy rich flavors but still stay healthy? Actually, because I am not a health professional, I do stay clear of giving any advice on what you should and should not eat. I have a lot of people asking me for things for diabetes and high blood pressure and this, that, and that. And although I may know, and although I may have suggestions, I will not give them to you because I am not a health professional. You would need to check with your health professional to get any advice on what you should and should not eat. Because I am not a health professional, I don't want to be the person that you eat something and you said I should have this. No, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Yes. And okay. All right, sis. Frederick gave you an answer in the chat. So unrelated, but I love all the God inspo you post, Chef and More. Keep it coming. You are so welcome. And the reason I put Chef and More on there is because that was my original channel name. That's all. It doesn't mean any more or any less than that. That was my original channel name. Then I changed it to Cooking at Pam's Place about a year and a half after that. A year and a half to 2 years after I started my channel, this channel. It was Chef and More was the name of it. And a lot of people still know me by that name. You'll even see people come in the chat and may say, hey, Chef and More, because that's what they were accustomed to. Yes, a little behind. I love dill pickles. No bread and butter pickles either. Yes, love it. Most MDs are not nutritionally literate. Um, that may be true. That may be true. But because I'm not a health professional, I don't have the proper credentials to actually tell you that. But you know, you'll have to just ask your I can't. I just can't. Sorry. Can you list best foods to prevent gout? No, I can't. That's the same thing I was just saying. Anything that is related to a health issue, I will not suggest that you do. I will not offer you any specific things. Now, like the one video I did with using the MCT oil and the bulletproof coffee, that was a video that I shared what I did. Now, if I'm sharing something that I did, I'm telling you my story. I'm not telling you to go and do something. So I shared my story of losing weight using the bulletproof coffee. So other than that, if I'm sharing something that I have done before, like I shared with my members, how I detox. I shared with them what I do. I didn't tell them go and do this, but I shared it with my member in a members only video, how I detox and what I use to detox with. So I typically do those things, but praise be to God, I don't have high blood pressure or gout or diabetes or anything like that. So I can't offer anything that I do for those things. Yes. Do you have a favorite dish you love to cook? I actually love to grill, but my favorite thing to do is biscuits. I love to bake biscuits of all kinds, savory biscuits, cheese biscuits, herb biscuits, regular biscuits. I love making biscuits. Yes, 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 yes. I also want to tell you congratulations for your Walmart gift box. That's exciting, and I love the heart pot. It's cast iron. Yes, it is cast iron. It's enameled cast iron. Thank you so much. Yes, no, I haven't tried those. I totally love claws and pickles and the juice. Okay. I love bread and breakfast. Okay, you need to talk. You need to talk to a registered dietitian. They can help you with what you should or shouldn't eat. Yes, absolutely. Or Google it. You can Google what you can and can't, or should and shouldn't. Maybe you can get some suggestions that way. Yes, or find a small local health food store. Not a big conglomerate, but a small mom and pop type health food store. Even if they're not that local to you, you may find one in your state, in your local area, and maybe you can at least call them and ask if they can suggest something for you. Now, that's another good one too. Yes. Love that you're speaking on what you know and staying away from what you don't. Yes, 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 yes. That's not what I do. So I'm not going to suggest anything because I'm not in that line of work. Do you have a biscuits and gravy recipe posted? I have plenty of gravy recipes. I have, I think I do have, I have a sausage gravy with biscuits recipe, and I have gravy recipes and I have biscuits, but I don't really have them together. I typically don't eat biscuits and gravy necessarily together. Like as a meal, I might have a biscuit and I might be having something like smothered chops or smothered chicken or meatloaf or something like that, and I have biscuits on the side. Yes, I can respect that, and thank you. What spices and herbs can be added to foods daily that enhance the flavors but don't have a ton of sodium? Depending on what you are cooking, if you are using spices and herbs, and regular spices, black pepper, Black pepper, if you're going to use salt, personally, I like Himalayan salt, turmeric, cumin, all of those are good. Paprika, cayenne pepper, parsley, um, all of those are good. Oregano, basil, any of those will add a ton of flavor. And if you were looking for flavor without salt, if you can grow your herbs, and most herbs can be grown on your kitchen counter, you don't even need to be outside. So if you can grow your herbs and just pinch off of what you need, you'll find those fresh herbs will just blow you away. Rosemary, all of I can't any cilantro, and I'm not even a fan of cilantro. All of those herbs are really, really good. Fresh herbs is really good. Yes, and in the dried form. One of my favorite is thyme. Love, love, love thyme. Yes, 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 yes. You are so welcome, April. Yes, our younger generation. Thank you, D. Wilson. Yes. Awesome, Rita. Yes, absolutely. I don't use salt no more because I gained weight from a lot of. Okay, yes. I'm the same way. I have to know what is in everything. I've always been a very picky eater. Yes. Any tips on crock pot meals? Anything you can cook in a pot, probably you can cook in a crock pot. I don't use my crock pot very often because, like I said, anything you can cook in a pot, you can cook in a crock pot and vice versa. I am not the person to put anything in a crock pot, a pressure cooker, anything, and leave my house. I'm not doing it and go to work. I'm not doing it and go to sleep. Therefore, since those are really that was one of the reasons a crock pot was even made, so that people could put their food in a crock pot, leave, go to work, come home, and their dish is done. I can't do that. That's a mental block I have. I would be worried all day about what's going on with my crock pot. I don't care how good of a crock pot it is. I wouldn't want to take that personal risk. So I tend to cook most everything on top of the stove because I'm gotta sit there and be there anyway. And the crock pot, my crock pot at least, now I don't know if everybody crock pot does this, but my crock pot drives me crazy. The reason my crock pot drives me crazy is because when it gets going good, the top rattles. It's in there like, and it's loud and noisy. I'm like, if that thing don't stop. But my pot doesn't do that. That thing, the top, it's just like barely shaking. I'm like, what? And I go in there, and it's because it's full of water around the top or moisture around the top. I lift the top off and kind of shake that off and sit it down, and it's good to go for about 10 minutes, and then clunk. Ooh, child. So I don't use my crock pot very often. No, I don't. Besides that, I have to pull it out. Then I have to clean it. Not that I don't have to clean my pot, but the crock pot is just different. It just is. TLC is cracking up. Yes. Yes, I love smoked paprika. I got about 3 or 4 paprika plants down there. I still have paprika peppers in my freezer from last year. I love them. Yes. I need to go ahead and get them dehydrated. Thank you, shopper girl. Agreed. Someone needs to be home. Yes, someone needs to be home. Absolutely. So I don't use my crock pot very often. And it's not crock pot meals. Anything that you think is a crock pot meal, you can put in a big pot. Doesn't matter. It's not going to do anything. Turn your temperature down or turn your temperature up. It's going to cook the same in a pot. You have to look at a lot of things that they have out here now that you can use. A lot of things are wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I got a crock pot. I got a pressure cooker. I got a canner. I ain't never used a canner, but I got one. Gadgets like that are wonderful. They do amazing things, and I love a lot of them. But anything you can cook in one of those things, you can cook in your stove, on top of your stove, or in your oven. The only thing I will give homage to in that respect is a pressure cooker, because it will cook fast and it will be tender. Now, I will throw some meat, heavy meat, in my pressure cooker, if I need to get it cooked fast and I ain't got time for it to simmer all day. The pressure cooker, it does the thing. I like it. Yes, yes. Do you ever make ham and beans? My mom used to make it all the time, and sadly, yes, I got. Matter of fact, well, I hadn't made ham and beans on my channel, but I had beans and ham hocks on there, which is very similar. Yes. Yes, it's good for ribs. And yes, the pressure cooker. Yes, I love Hellman's also, says Rebecca. Absolutely. I like to put hot sauce in my food as well because she's mean type thing. I love hot sauce too. That's why I want to try making my own flavored hot, not flavored, but my own hot sauce with a combination of different peppers. Yes, absolutely. In the same way, I don't even use pressure cooker or crock pot. Food doesn't really turn out good. It's better to just cook on the stove top and you add flavors. Yes, yeah, because once you close that pressure cooker up, you got to leave it closed up. So if you forgot to put something in there, oh well. Yes, absolutely. Shopper Girl says, oh Lord, I'm a pot cook. I slow cook on the stove. Few gadgets for me. Cast iron is my fave. Me too. Me too. Yes, me too. Yes, yes. All this food talk is making me hungry. I know, right, April? Yes, I haven't eaten anything either. So I know that feel. I got a cup of water over here I've been sipping on, but that's about it. Okay, Atlantic Gardener, thank you. Yes, pepper's yummy, absolutely. I have, I've got over there, I got jalapeno peppers, paprika peppers, cayenne peppers, shih tzu, I can never say that right, that pepper, whatever it's called. I have, peach rush peppers. I have about 7 or 8 different types of peppers growing over there that I started with starts. Hey, Purple Pillar, hello, hello. Alive says, I love my slow cooker for beans, potlucks, and keep greens or something similar warm during the holidays or cookout. Yes, now I can say it would be good to keep things warm. It would definitely be good to keep things warm. Hey, Shelly says, I caught alive. Hello from Kentucky. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Shelly? Thank you for coming in. Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Rita. You have a wonderful time. Yes, at your niece's. Yes, crock pot to me is to keep things warm at gatherings. Yes, it will do that. Absolutely. Yes. I have missed this, but have you ever shared with your fans, me included, how you decide to become a YouTube influencer? How do so much for so many with your info and oh, you do so much for me. How did I become? Well, I started my channel in May of 2019. So this May will be 4 years. And I kind of told the story a little bit on the live I did, not live, the video I did recently, the Walmart video. I shared a story in there that when my kids, my oldest kids, which are now 35 and 34, when my oldest kids were like 10 or 12, 11 or something like that, they went to school. We lived in a neighborhood, and there was a family that lived across from us. And I mean, I really didn't know the people very well. I just knew the kids went to school with my kids. They caught the bus together. They came home together. They played together in the evening. Well, quite often, when the kids came home from school, I was always blessed to be home when my kids came home from school. But this family worked away from home, and so they couldn't be home when their kids got home. And quite often, the kids would be sitting outside. My kids would come home, get a snack or eat dinner, do a little homework or whatever, go outside to play. And the kids would be out there, and they would be saying that we're hungry, we're hungry, we're hungry. You know, they were hoping the ice cream truck came down the street or something like this. So this one day, I don't know why, but these kids was like starving. So my kids had went over there and then to play, and they came back home, and they was telling me that they over there, they hungry. So we came back home. They was making us hungry. We came back home like to get something to eat. So I said, well, why? I said, don't they have anything in their house they can eat? you know, a snack or something till their parents get home. And they said, my kids told me, now I can't, I mean, wasn't an eyewitness, okay? But they said that the kids said all they had in their house was hot dogs and macaroni and cheese, and that they didn't know how to fix it. And my kids started learning to cook when they could reach the cabinet and stove with the stool. So I'm like, what you mean they can't cook a hot dog? I said, what do you mean? I really didn't get it at that point. I thought everybody taught their kids to cook. I didn't know. I mean, I was young. I had no clue at that time. I said, what do you mean they can't cook a hot dog? They said they don't know how to cook a hot dog. I said, all you gotta do is put it in the water and turn the pot on. The water's gonna cook the hot dog. They ain't gotta do nothing. Just put the hot dog in a pot with some water. There was like nothing to do. Okay, I got the macaroni and cheese. Maybe they didn't know how to fix that, but the hot dog, I did not understand. So I told my kids, I said, look, I said, if they got hot dogs and macaroni and cheese in there, I said, go on over there and show them how to make some macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. And they said, okay. And they tried it on over there. And I realized that these kids really didn't have anything to eat and they didn't know how. So at that point, I said to myself, I would love to be able to do something to show people how to cook and teach kids and just people in general that didn't know how to cook. But I didn't want a restaurant. And back then, the internet was not as prevalent as it was now. Hey, Shelly, how are you? How are you? I'm going to interrupt the story for a minute. Shelly, don't forget to check my community page, community tab later in the week, because I'm going to be posting. I'm going to do a members only live, and I'm going to post when that's going to be. It'll be a day. I'm going to notify you guys ahead of time, but I just want to make sure everybody checks the community tab, because I don't know who gets the YouTube notifications. So I just wanted to say that because Shelly's a member, she just came in. So they went over there and I wanted to do something. I just said, you know what, I need to help people. The one thing that drove me crazy then, that still drives me crazy now, is when I see people on the street that are homeless and hungry. Now, sometimes you see people on the street and they have signs up and they're homeless. They don't say hungry, they say homeless. Some say hungry, they don't say homeless, okay? But when I see somebody that's truly hungry, not somebody that just wants some money to get whatever they need to get for whatever they need to get it for a minute. They really hungry, that drives me crazy, because you can take $2 and eat for a week. That's all you need. You can take $2. Matter of fact, well, that was then. I would say $3 now, because everything costs more. But in general, you find the right thing on sale, you can spend $2. You may not eat 3 squares, but you can have food for each day. All you need with $2. Think about this now. I still, in where I live at, I can still buy some beans for 99 cents. These are dry beans. I can buy some beans for 99 cents. And I can buy a box of Jiffy Mix for under $1. So there are your $2. Now, you can go and cook the beans. All you really need to cook beans with is some water. You can cook those beans. Now, you can make Jiffy Mix with just water. It may not be the perfect Jiffy Mix, but it'll be edible. You don't necessarily need the eggs, and you sure don't need the milk. You just use some water and mix it up and bake it if you really need to eat. But people didn't know that. They didn't know that it can be as simple as that. So you getting this money, and I understand if you're homeless, you don't have anywhere to cook. But for those that were hungry and didn't necessarily need a place, they didn't understand that they could do that. So I just wanted people to know you really do have options. There are things you can do. That's just one thing. There's a lot of things you can do like that. It doesn't take a lot of money to eat, and eat well, you know, and it doesn't have to be junk, because junk goes in, junk goes out, and junk is not nutritional. So that's how I started. So I said to myself, I said, let me start doing videos of what I cook, and maybe somebody will see it that doesn't know how to cook, and can learn how to cook. And that's why my actual cooking videos are step by step. I don't think, if I do, I may have one or two videos where I just kind of make something and don't go into it, but I try to go into details as I cook. Yes, ramen noodles. You don't need nothing with ramen noodles. You can really, there you go. There you go. Yes. I tried to go step by step, and I try to tell you not only what I'm doing, but why I'm doing it. Because I think it's important for you to know there are tons of cooking channels, and lots of them will just say, okay, we're going to add this, and then stir. But they don't tell you why you need to stir at this point, or why you need to mix it so to be well combined, or they don't tell you that you need to turn your temperature up or reduce it, or you need to drain the water, because if you don't drain the water, this, like I did something, it wasn't this last spaghetti one, I don't think, it may have been, but I drained the noodles. And I said in there, if you are not getting ready to use the noodles right away, you will not only want to drain the noodles, but you need to rinse them in cold water. Why? Because the cold water will stop the cooking process. You won't have mushy noodles. Will they be cooler? Yes, but if you put them in some hot sauce, they won't be, or you just have to warm your plate up. But I try to explain things. So that's how I started this, and I never even imagined, Lord knows, I never even imagined I would grow and people would really be watching and it would really benefit that many people. I was like, if one or two people can catch a video. And then I also thought, it was twofold, because I also thought that as my kids got older, if by chance something happened and they didn't have me, they would have my recipes. Sure, I could have written a book or things like that, but I wanted the world to see it. And I wasn't thinking even back then, well, write a book. But you have to write a book, you have to sell the book. But these are free. And so I figured people would see it and they just would learn something. And that was all my intention. I didn't expect I would be doing none of the things I'm doing. None of the things I'm doing. Yes, Georgia is in the house. I hope I answered your question about how did I start doing YouTube cooking videos. Yes. All right, we have Canada in the house. I love your show. I have used my Instapot less than 5 times in 5 years. Awesome. Yes, me too. I don't use mine very often either. Thanks for sharing. I'm also grateful for you. Oh, you're so welcome. You can make cereal, muffins, crepes, pudding, and many things. Oh, yes. Speaking of, it's time for me to make some more granola cereal. I haven't made that in a while. I'm out of it. I love granola cereal, but I really like it in the summertime. I like it for a snack. Just give me some in my hand, a snack, as well as a cereal. When I first moved out of my mom's house, I ate on a budget. Yep. That's the greatest heritage mom, grandmas, and other cooks in the neighborhood left behind when they were laid to rest, the desire to continue cooking and baking good food. Absolutely. Yes. Is there anything you absolutely refuse to cook and why? There's a ton of things that I haven't cooked, but there's nothing that I would absolutely refuse to cook. I mean, I've even cooked chitlins. I've cleaned and cooked chitlins. I like them, actually, but nobody else in my house doing that's too much work for myself, so I don't do it. But I'll eat those and clean those and cook those. I don't think there's anything that I've run across that I wouldn't cook. Fenio is a West African grain. I'm probably saying that wrong, but you can get it here too. Okay. That sounds like it might be delicious. Yes, learn to make homemade granola while teaching grade 5 at school in Bangkok, Thailand. Yes, I have a homemade granola recipe on my channel. I love it. Oh my goodness. I love granola. And I'm not a cereal person, but I love granola. Hi, Pam. Sorry, I'm just now seeing that you're live. Been out weed eating. I know, that's right. We were talking about gardening earlier. Yes, in my garden channel. So if anybody that's not subscribed, I'm be honest, y'all. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers over there because once I get to 10,000 subscribers, I will be able to post in stories. And I just want to post in stories. I don't have any other specific reason. I just want to post in stories. So I'm at least last time I looked, I was at like 9,100. So anybody that can go over there and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Yes, my late grand used to cook chitlins. I know a lot of people still do. I won't eat dog. Well, she said, well, I think she meant regular food that people are cooking and stuff like that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Trinacious, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Understandable. Purple Pillar says 10K. Yes, 10K. Um, Consider reading the received text in paragraph context without the words in italics added to the received text to confuse the reader, the understanding of inspiration. Oh, okay, you must be talking to somebody because you couldn't be talking to me because I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I was broke for a while and would buy a loaf of bread, a package of hot dogs, and ramen noodles with the rest of the $3 a week budget. I wish I would have been smart enough to make a pot of beans back then. Yeah, because that pot of beans, think about it, a bowl a day. You ain't got to have a huge bowl, but a bowl a day. They're filling, they have fiber, they have health nutrition for you. Mm-hmm. Yep. You could have bought a bag. You could have bought a bag of beans and hot dogs. You could have chopped the hot dogs up in the beans. Mm-hmm. Yes, you don't have to have cornbread with beans. I mean, it's delicious, but you don't have to have it. Yes. How do you get the slime out of okra so the superfood it can be enjoyed? Now, okra is one thing I do not like. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it. I don't like it fried. I don't like, the only thing I like okra is in gumbo. I do know that you must cook it right. If you don't cook it right, it will come out slimy. I cannot give you advice on that. You will not see me cooking okra on my channel anytime soon. I don't refuse to cook it. I just don't like to eat it, and nobody in my family likes to eat it, so I have no reason to cook it. Now, so okra, I'm sorry, you are on your own with okra. I am not the okra person. No way. Yes, cornbread or fanio bread. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me write that down. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Dad hates okra too. Yes, I know. I fry my okra a little. Okra fried hard. Okay. Hey, bear lover, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been doing good. Yes, we don't get packaged sauerkraut. Oh, oh, I hate that. I made some kimchi yesterday. I eat. Now that's something I try to eat. Well, I have not always done this, but I'd say within the last several months or something, I've been trying to eat kimchi every time I eat something, unless it's a snack. But meal-wise, I try to eat some kimchi with it. And I will say this, hey, October, Okra, hello, hello, hello. I would say this about, for sure, almost burnt. Okay, I would say this about kimchi, that gochujang can be, oh, welcome, welcome, new subscriber, sincerely yours, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can be hot. If you know, if a lot of people don't like a lot of heat, it can be hot, and the longer it sits, the longer it ferments, it can get hotter and hotter and hotter, depending on how fast you eat, how much you make. I typically, that same amount you saw me make on that kimchi video, and if you haven't seen it, it's up. That same amount is what I make at a time, because I'm the only one's going to eat it. My husband's not going to eat it. He doesn't want heat at all. He don't barely want black pepper, so. But what I have found, because I've started to eating it so much, yes, you'll get used to the heat if you continue to eat it. But if you can't really tolerate the heat, don't heat it. When you're eating it, if it's okay if you want to mix it in with rice or something like that, I typically just get me a little small dish full, which equates to maybe about 1/4 of a cup each time I eat. 1/4 of a cup to a half, depending on what I'm eating. I try to eat at least 1 full cup a day, but broken down. And if I take it and get it out of the refrigerator, directly out of the refrigerator, I will stick it in my microwave. I know a lot of people don't like microwaves. I love mine. I stick it in the microwave for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. All that does is take the edge off of it being so cold, but I can just eat it straight down at that point. That heat is not hot unless I heat it. But if I heat it up or mix it in with something that's hot, whoo, that heat can be unbearable sometimes. But I love kimchi. Can't go wrong with okra, said Redskin. Yes. I don't know how you make pickled okra. I don't make okra. I don't like okra, so it's something that I just do not care for. I just don't like the taste of it. I've had it fried, and I have tried. I will try everything. I've had it fried. I've had it cooked all kind of ways in soups and things. Now, I will eat it if it's in gumbo, and that's about it. What's your opinion on old versus new cast iron? If it's a real cast iron skillet, there's so many skillets and pans out here that are quote unquote cast iron. I really don't know what they're really made out of. They could be cast iron, but they'll crack. They'll do something. Really cast iron, you can't do nothing to it. So I would prefer to have an old cast iron skillet or a very good cast iron skillet. I do like Lodge, and I do like Cracker Barrel. Lodge sells Cracker Barrel cast iron. I love the Cracker Barrel. I don't know why I can't say that. I love the Cracker Barrel cast iron better than I even like the Lodge. Although Lodge is the ones that's selling Cracker Barrel. I don't know what they got going on, but the bottom of it says Cracker Barrel, and some of the other ones say Lodge. But that's the cast iron I like, unless you can really find something, or you get it from your grandma, or you can find it in a Goodwill or something. But you have to be careful, because everybody that donates something just because it look old and rusty don't mean it really is. Get one with the bear on the back of the pan. It's real. Okay, yes. I get the old cast irons from the secondhand store. Yes, but you know the secondhand stores, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, I went in there, I saw a cast iron skillet. I was like, $50. I'm like, you mean to tell me I gotta restore this thing and pay $50 for it too out of here? I don't think so. Come on now. I wasn't doing it. I just wasn't doing it. Yes, I heard raw okra is crunchy and tastes a lot better than cooked slime. It probably does. And if I was going to eat okra, it would probably be raw, because you're right. Yes. Passed down cast iron, old antique, and it still works. Awesome. Yes, that's the best. That is the best. Jessica says, I don't like the non-stick coatings on the new cast iron. Seems unnecessary. Yes. Yes. Actually, this little heart-shaped cast iron that I got recently in the Walmart gift box, that's the first one that I had that's an enamel cast iron. All my other cast irons don't have any coating, nothing on it. They're just cast iron. That's the first one I've ever had that had enamel on it. And honestly, I didn't know how that cake was going to come out, but I'm like, okay, we're going to do it together. Yes, can you please do more easy, delicious crock pot recipes? Yes, I will, but I may, if I do them, they may end up being in a pot, but typically anything you see me cooking in a big pot like that can go in the crock pot. But I will do at least one or two for you. How about that? Okra is awful. Maybe estate sales too to find. Yes, that's a good place to find cast irons. I still use cast iron pan that's at least 80 years old. Can't beat it. Well, you got a good one if it's that old. You got a good one. Yes. The prices have increased, but I mean, one day I might go in there and I might say, oh, I want this. I love it. Whether it's in a thrift store or not, and get it. But that particular day, I was on my cheap mode. I'm like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Yes. Hey, Jab Neil, how are you? Lisa says, my son told us to get some frozen okra. We did. It was disgusting. He told us we got the wrong kind. Oh, well, not trying it again. I know that right. October Opal says, I love cast iron. I have a Dutch oven from my great granny. That is amazing. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any of my mom's cast iron or anything like that when she passed away. I wasn't able to get any of it. That's another long story, but at any rate, so I'm collecting my own. Yes, when I make gumbo, I leave okra out. I just can't. I know, right? Yes. Nothing beats a cast iron. Nothing beats a cast iron pan. Cast iron, and I have to say, I do like stainless steel. I do like a good stainless steel. And I bought one recently that I got a big, beautiful cast iron that I got at the thrift store. And it's a flat. It has a top to it, but it's flat. I haven't even used it yet. It is nice. I do like cast iron. Now, there is one thing that I absolutely do not like cooking in cast iron. And it may be something else, but this for sure, for sure. I will not use any cast iron skillet I have to cook eggs. I do not like the way eggs taste, look, or cook in a cast iron skillet. I'm not cooking no eggs in cast iron. I need to have a stainless steel. Now, if I was trapped out somewhere and nowhere, I would eat them eggs in a cast iron skillet. I'm not saying I'm ridiculous, but yes. The best okra is freshly picked from the... I've heard that, and I tried to grow it, and that was one thing that didn't even grow. And I said, it didn't grow because it know I don't like it. Yes. Laura says, some got to start my own. Not a fan of Teflon. I don't care for Teflon either. The only thing that I have that's non-stick like that would be my electric skillet, and that's just the way they come. So, and I have an electric skillet, and I do like my electric skillet, and I will use it from time to time. That is it. I don't have any Teflon, any skillets like that. I gotta try biscuits in. Oh yes, I've had biscuits in it and everything. OMG, why are eggs in the cast iron? I know the cast iron because people cook eggs in cast iron. Think about it, especially if you camping or something, you camping or fishing, and you take your cast iron, your little cast iron skillet with you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okra just knows there's no point in growing. I know, right? Yvonne says, love your videos. Thank you so much. Yes, that's the way it is. That is the way it is. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Not Teflon in my kitchen, no. Tried cast iron skillet thing. You are right, Pam. That is one way to ruin an egg. Yes, it is. For whatever reason, that is one way to ruin it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Kevin Poole says, I have a cast iron skillet from my grandmother, which she received as a wedding present in 1914. My nieces are all wondering who's going to get it. They fighting over the cast iron skillet already. I know that's right. I know that's right. Yes, you need hot, dry weather to grow good okra. Okay, well, we don't have hot, dry weather. No, I'm just kidding. Anything not to grow weather. Hey, CT, how are you? Haven't seen you in like ages. Yeah, Chef is the gardening channel, still called container crops. No, CT, it is now, but if you put in container crops, I will still come up. But no, I changed it. It is now called the Scaredy Cat Gardener. Yes, CT is called the Scaredy Cat Gardener. Yes. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Oh, I need to go down some. Okay, there we go. Lord, have the tiny cast iron one. Egg pans just cook slow. No, they're good. Oh my goodness. No, it just don't work. As much as I cook, as well as I cook, that's the one thing that, only if I absolutely had to. And I probably, if it were just me and all I had was cast iron skillet, I probably wouldn't cook eggs. I just wouldn't have them. I just wouldn't eat them. That's the kind of weather they have in the San Joaquin Valley, Fresno. Okay. Rust, you're not supposed to use water. That's why it rusts. Yes, yes. But you know, if you can use water on your cast iron skillets. You can actually use soap on your cast iron skillets. But if you do, it should be a cast iron skillet that you're using like daily. You need to dry it thoroughly. It's not necessarily the water that makes it rust. It's leaving water in it. So you need to take it and you need to dry it real good. Then you need to put it in the oven with some oil upside down and let that thing season again. Yeah, my old phone stopped charging and I've been out for a while. I just saw the live on my For You page and had to remake my... Oh, thanks, CT. Appreciate that. Yes, the scaredy cat gardener. Yes, 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 that is me. Tried to season the cast iron and use it like the pros. I ain't a pro. That's okay. I have a teeny cast iron skillet I carry in my purse for protection. You know what? That ain't a bad idea. October Opal, that is not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. Yes, I actually have a small cast iron skillet. I need one of those real mini ones because that thing, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I never thought about that. October Opal, I like that. I need to get a mini cast iron skillet. Yes, plants are smart. They are. Never had any luck seasoning a cast iron skillet. Stainless steel is easier. Yes, 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 yes. It's easy to season a cast iron skillet. I have the process of how I clean my cast iron skillet. I have that on this channel already. I live in Georgia. My family has always used pigtails for their collards, etc. Is there anything better than pigtails? It freaks me out. I like ham hocks and did you say for greens? Yeah, for greens. For greens, yes, I like ham hock. I thought you said for beans. Beans, I prefer smoked neck bones. That's my preference. I don't necessarily cook them together, but I will cook my neck bones first, and then I will take the liquid from my neck bones and pour it into the pot for my beans, and that's how I cook them. But I liked ham hocks. I also like bacon in my collard greens, and I like to take ham steak, and which is just the round piece of thick sliced ham you see in the grocery stores. I like to take that and cut that up in my greens as well. Yes, I love pig trotters boiled in salt water. I do not know what a pig trotter is. What's a pig trotter? I don't know what a pig trotter. I feel like I should know this answer, but I don't. I don't. I use smoked turkey tails. Yes, yes, yes. Just regular feed your skillet pan and never wash it. Yes, yes. The feet off of it. Oh, trotters. Yeah, pig feet. Yes, that's right. Once you said it, it came to mind. Yes, yes. Miss Pam, I love the way you share your faith as well as your wisdom. Food and faith go hand in hand. They do. They really do. Thanks so much. I love your show. You're amazing. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yes, it sounds like a fat horse. The foot. Yes, the foot. Sorry, ma'am. It's pig's feet. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the trotters trotting around. Yes, it makes sense. When she said that, it was pig's feet. It made sense. Miss Kizzy. Cracking up. Yes, yes. I am welcome as a British atheist, LOL. Am I welcome as a British atheist, LOL? As long as you don't mind what I say, I don't have anything to do with what you are. You are welcome. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. As long as you don't have a problem with me, you're welcome. Yes. Everybody can believe whatever they want to believe. At the end of the day, it's going to be between you and what you believe is going to be between me and what I believe. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely, you're welcome, Julie. Yes. Greetings from West Virginia. Hey, Patricia. All right. Cody M live stream canceled. Oh, I don't know what you talking about. And I don't know what live stream you talking about either. Thanks, you're welcome, Julie. You are so welcome. Yes, 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 yes. Kevin Poole says the foot. I know, right? Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome and amazing. I couldn't think of what that was. I couldn't think. I was trying, but it wasn't happening. Hey, Bunny, how are you, Bunny White? Thank you so much for being here. How you doing? How you doing? Absolutely. So yes, this has been so much fun. I enjoy doing it this way. I am so glad. I am so glad. Inez says, "Hi Pam, you would never come to my house because we are animal lovers. Have two dogs, a turtle, one a snake, and a tarantula." Ooh. No, I probably wouldn't. I have to stay outside down the road and round the bend. Watching from England. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Love your tips on the strawberries. Thank you. I'm waiting for my strawberries to start growing outside. We had horses for years. I can't see saddling up a pig and riding him into town. I know, right? Yes, Veronica says, "So pleased, I just discovered you." Oh, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you discovered me too. Kansas City, Missouri, here says Kevin Poole. Awesome. Carrie is from New Hampshire. Bunny Wright, "I really love your cooking. It makes me drool." Yes, awesome. I am in North Carolina, says Shopper Girl. Not says Shopper Girl. Telling Shopper Girl that. So glad I was able to join for the first time. I am so glad you were able to join for the first time too. Thank you so much, Laura. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bunny says, "I'm watching you from UAE. Awesome. Pam, how often do you do this thing live? This is my first time and it's a hoot." You know, Frederick, I think this is the first time in a long time that I have gone live, that I am just sitting here and chatting with you all. I typically go live maybe once a week cooking, where I'm actually cooking something live. When I do that, I'm typically live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So it gets kind of hard. That's why I decided to do this. First of all, I may cook something today, I may not. I'm still on break. I'm on cooking break. So I decided to just sit down and chat. I used to do this all the time on my channel, all the time on my channel. And then I stopped, I started cooking, started uploading, and then I started cooking live. And I haven't gone live just to chat in a while, but I like this myself, and I'm probably gonna start doing this more often. So glad I showed up. This is a blast. Awesome. Yes. Laura's from Washington State. Barbara says, "Low sodium meats for cooking with beans. I'm on a low sodium diet. Any suggestions?" I can't get that image out of my head now. Forever more chuckle when I see them in the book. I know, right, Miss Pam? On hiatus. I know, right? Please do more lives. Live a long night. Still cook with the family on holidays, though. Oh, I will. Coach says, "You're awesome. Awesome." And let me see. Somebody asked about low sodium meats for cooking with beans. Um, when it comes to low sodium meats, cooking with beans, I don't necessarily have a suggestion on low sodium meats, but you can pretty much make any meat you want. If it's a real piece of meat and it's not processed, you can make any meat you want low sodium. This is what you need to do. Come with me. I'll show you what to do. No, I had to say that. I don't care what it is. Ham hocks, smoked turkey, neck bones, turkey legs, turkey wings, whatever. Any meat, okay? You take your meat and you cook it. While you're cooking, put it in a big pot of water. While you're cooking it, once it comes to a boil, drain the water off, fill it back up, bring it to a boil, drain the water off, fill it back up, and continue that process until it's done. Now, at some point in time, after you've rinsed the water off maybe about 4 times, just let it cook. Then drain the water off, fill it back up. The water, the sodium is coming out in the water. And this is why you want to drain it off and fill it back up. Eventually, if you do it enough, you're not going to have no something, hardly nothing. It's going to taste bland if you do it enough. It's going to taste bland. It's not going to remove all the sodium, but trust me, it's not going to taste like you thought it tasted at first with sodium in it. So try that. Give that a try. How about that? Yeah, it's been a while since the last live chat. It has fast. It has been a long while since the last time. When do you cook live next time? Don't do base, but can watch you through YouTube. Okay, yes, you can watch me through YouTube. I got what you're saying. I typically don't know. I don't have a set schedule because I just never know what I'm going to have to do that week from week to week. But normally I will put it out there maybe like 30, like I did today, like 30 minutes or so before I get ready to go live. And usually I'll say on there, come cook so-and-so with me so you'll know I'm cooking. What you make sure you want to do is, ask everybody, make sure you have the notification bell on. Like there's a bell on everybody's channel. There's a bell on the channel. Make sure it's on. But when you turn it on, there's the word, it says custom. I think it says custom. It says custom or all. Make sure when you click the bell, then you click the word all. What that's going to do is any notifications, if I'm dropping a video, if I'm going live, whatever it is, you'll be notified. Otherwise, if it's customized, it's going to let you know here, it's going to let you know there. It's not going to let you know every time. But if you tap that bell all, if I come on 5 times a day, it'll notify you 5 times a day. So make sure all is checked on the notifications. Ring that bell and set it to all. That's right, Fast. Ring that bell and set it to all. Yes, yes, next month or next quarter. Next month or next quarter. I used to go once a week. I'm not sure what you mean next month or next quarter. I used to go live at least once a week. Yes, and so now I'll either be cooking or chatting once a week, one or the other. Yes, yes, yes. But I actually like chatting. I replace soy salt, my cooking with Bragg's amino. Yes, that's amino acid. Yes, that's good. Low sodium soy sauce helps truly boost the flavors. Oops, meat should have been meat. Oh, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Yes, I know what you meant. Low sodium meats are fresh meats that are not preserved with salt. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Yes. And so you can use any of those, and that's right. Fresh meats that don't, like if you get the turkey wings, if you get a plain piece of turkey leg, it's not gonna have anything in it. But if you get the smoked turkey legs, I'm pretty sure if you ask me about sodium, you're using smoked, and that's why I gave you the rinse it, fill it up, rinse it, fill it up. But that's right, Frederick's right. If you just buy plain with no smoke, no nothing in it, there's the only sodium will be in it will be what you put in it. What you put in. Hey, Andale, that's another member. That's another member. I am driving, but I am here. Okay, well, I know you can hear me, and I've told this to other members that have come in, so I'm going to say it while you're here. I will be doing a members only live later this week, and I will post it on my community tab days ahead, a few days ahead. So check my community tab this week, later this week, so you guys will know when that will be. Ham hock with beans in the crock pot, yummy. Yes, I really enjoyed this live. First time here. Oh, Miss Kissy, first time here. Yay, awesome. And no timing, and you're driving, hands on the road. I mean, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Yes, I have Hot Pepper says, I have really enjoyed watching your videos and helpful suggestions. You are a real delight. Thank you so much. Frederick says, gotcha. Yes, 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 yes. Liquid smoke can be added to. Yes, it can. It's a little salty as well. All right, October Opal. I'm not going to be on here much longer myself. Bye, y'all. I got to go. It's been great. It sure has. Thanks for coming. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, my love from Nigeria. Oh, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yes, Kevin Poole says, I have to go. Doctor's appointment. This has been a true blessing. Look forward to the next one. Thank you. Fast says, bye, chef. Bye, bye. Yes, yes, yes. I am getting ready to get off of here as well. Yes. So, since 2019, I have a whole full channel full of everything. Yes. Thank you, Coach, for the congratulations. Yes, you've been a wonderful addition to our family. Thank you so much. You all have been a wonderful addition to me, my family. Yes. Oh, Black's Tropical. Yay. We got a new member. Hey, Black's Tropical. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yay. Thank you so much for being here. And I don't know if you were here and heard, but check my community tab later this week. I will be posting. I'm going to be having a members only live soon, so check that. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you guys doing? I know y'all had fun. I was watching all those lives y'all was having at the festival. Mm-hmm. Frederick says, how do you become a member? If you look at the very top of the chat, there is a pinned comment with a link in it. Tap that link and it'll take you right where you need to go, Frederick. At the top, you'll see a blue link. Or at the bottom, you can hit the $ and it'll say join or become a member or something like that. You should see the pinned comment at the top, but I don't know if you can see it on every device. But if you don't see that, then there's a $ at the bottom you'll see. We love and appreciate you, Pam. Thank you so much, Black's Tropical. It's all about community, soul sister. Yes, it was amazing. I was enjoying it, and I wasn't even there. Y'all had me over here dancing, and everybody else was dancing. I was enjoying. I love the fact that everybody was going live because we got a chance to live hop, and it felt like we were there too. So that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Hi, Mia. Yes, thank you for your time and knowledge. Yes, awesome, Frederick. Great. Coach says, go with her. She'll show you what to do. All right. I love that. Yes, I love that. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. So we've been on here. Oh, we've been on here almost 2 hours. Yes, we have. Matter of fact, in 3 more minutes, it'll be 2 hours. So I'm going to stay on here for 3 more minutes. to make it a solid 2 hours. Yes. Instead of getting off right this second, I'll give it 3 more minutes because I think I came on at 12:30 and it's almost 2:30. So I think it's about 2:25, about 2:27 right now. Yes, Coach is cracking up. I know, right? I like that. That was cute. That was real cute. Thank you all. If anybody that didn't hit the thumbs up, if you would hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate that too. Yes, this has been amazing. I have enjoyed you all. Yes. Have you been to a food truck show thing? I have not. I have not. I have not. Yes, can't wait to see your beautiful face posted all over Walmart. Oh, that would be amazing. Hey, Valerie, good afternoon. Pam in chat. I have been watching for you for about a month. I have learned a lot. Yay, welcome in, welcome in. Yes. Rebecca says, my kids and I have always fried okra and ate it like, ooh, y'all really like okra then. Ate it like popcorn? Popcorn's one of my favorite. Yes. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten? I don't know. I haven't eaten anything that's really weird that I would think weird. How do you become a member, says Laura. Laura, at the very top of the chat, you will see a blue link. It starts off, says cooking at Pam's Place. It's popcorn and a mixer. You can click that and the link is there. At the bottom of the chat, there's a $. If you hit that $, you'll have an option to join the channel. You can also go on my homepage and you'll see join too. Yes. Have you eaten any scrapple? I have eaten scrapple. I don't care for it, but yes, I have eaten it. Yes, I have eaten it. Black's Tropical says, food truck shows are so fun. They do them here in Savannah. Yes, I have seen them. I've never been to any though. I was just talking about freeze-drying okra this morning. I'm not a fan, but the benefits make me want to find different ways to consume it. Yeah, me either. I'm not a fan. I love your tips. It helps a lot with my son. Frog legs, etc. Yes, I've had frog legs. They don't taste like chicken, like a lot of people say. I don't care for them, but I have had them. But yeah, and your homepage is Cooking at Pam's Place. Just Cooking at Pam's Place. You can put that in the YouTube search bar. I'll come right up. Or just click my avatar from right here in this live. If you click my avatar, it'll come right up. Yep, it's my homepage is Cooking at Pam's Place. Yes, that's the name of it. Same thing as my name that you see on everything else. Cooking at Pam's Place. Yes, you're welcome, Frederick, and thank you. Jack says, I love your tips. It helps a lot with my son. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. You are the modern day hints from Heloise. A lot of people say that. Yes, I remember Hints from Heloise and Ann Landers too. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember both of those. Lori says, love frog legs and okra in any way, shape, or form. Ooh, wow. Frog's legs, I'm saying, everybody say frog's legs taste like chicken. To me, frog's legs do not taste like chicken. Frog legs taste like frog legs. They got, they got their own taste. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I don't have anything against frog's legs, but I'm not running to grab any either. Mm. Hey, Mama Four Boys, how are you? I first saw your videos a few months ago, and I find you to be so personable. You have voice that I listen to for hours. Oh, thank you so much. Have you thought of lending your voice to Amazon Kindle books? I would love to do that, but I don't know how to go about doing it. My thing is cooking. Everything else, I don't know how to do. I'm not tech savvy. Somebody would have to show me how to do that, or where to go, or links or something. I have no clue. Yes, if you know how, you can email me, because that is something I would like to do. At cookingatpamsplace@gmail.com. Cookingatpamsplace@gmail.com. You can email me. Yes, 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 yes. Pam, you have such a presence. Oh, thank you. I see you doing commercials, pine saw, and cleaning products. Keep it up. That would be amazing. Yes. Good day, my friend. How are you? I'm doing great, Ray. How are you? Frederick says, so after harvesting the frog's legs from the frog, the back ones, can you still swim? Can they still swim with their front feet? I have no clue on that one. I have the old school chefs. That's why I love I love old school chefs. That's why I love your channel. Thank you sincerely. Yes. Oh, thank you, Mama Four Boys. My son is autistic, and every time you say, come with me, I'll show you. He says, she says, come with me. Aww. And she doesn't go anywhere. I sure don't. That's a pointless turn, and I love it. That's a pointless turn. I love that turn. I tried to do a few videos where I actually went from one room to the other, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. So I went back to the pointless turn, and I love it. Yes. Hey, Annaline from South Africa. Welcome in. Welcome in. Sincerely yours says, I use smoked turkey in my greens. Yes. I love watching you cook. Your joy shows through, and it makes me feel good. It's your voice. I just love watching and listening. Thank you. You are so welcome, and thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, guys, we are at the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll do this again real soon, because I had a blast as well. I am so glad that you all are here. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. So everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Be blessed until we meet again. All right, bye-bye.